let's talk about the men since we're in the 100 meters now. I would normally spin it differently, but we can talk about the men. This is where a lot of interesting stuff been happening this season. For me, the storyline is this guy Noah Lyles because I'm not quite sure how to make of it. Clearly, I think a lot of the international press will look and say, "Can he defend his title?" He's only gone to 990 this season. He's been outclassed by Oblique Seville on 2 occasions, also by Kishane Thompson. If you go with everything on paper, it looks like a Jamaica 1-2. Kishane hasn't, run as fast as he did at the national championships, but he did beat Noah in that 987 coming off of a flight. I think if he can, the only weakness, and we've been discussing this for a while, is how he handles the deceleration phase. If he manages that well, he could be the man to beat. And then there's the Oblique Seville. I don't know if we have a sprinter right now that has better mechanics than him. It's beautiful to watch. He's looking really good. But he missed the podium in Paris for injury. He didn't make the podium in Eugene or Budapest when we assume he could have gotten on the podium. So does he make this major step and get on the podium? That's the question I have. And then Lyles now, because we know he's a special athlete when it comes to the major championships, he doesn't go in with a particularly fast time because Kung Fu Kenny can say something. You have Courtney Lindsay, Zharnel Hughes can be in the mix, Simbine, even Letsile Tebogo, who hasn't really had a greatest of years. But to be honest with you, I think it's the two Jamaicans on the podium, and Noah Lyles. I think he's gonna make it. He's gonna find a way to improve that first phase of the race, and he's gonna spoil Akani and Courtney Lindsay and Bednarek's 100-meter a day. I think that's how it's gonna go.
That's what I see too. Somebody was asking me to explain the model under which Kishane Thompson loses that 100. And I've looked at the numbers and I've figured out a way in which I think Oblique Seville wins that 100. If you look at Oblique's start, his last in Lausanne, for example, and in London, his start is improving by the day.
Right.
The advantage that Kishane has is that Kishane usually gets the better start, and then the field has to chase him down. But when I looked at some numbers recently, I think unless I miss my guess, I think Kishane hits his top speed at 50
or 60, yeah, somewhere there, I think.
Yeah. Oblique hits his top speed at 60. So while Kishane is hitting his top speed, Oblique is still accelerating. So if he gets out even with Kishane, I think he wins because their last 30, the numbers are equal. Similar to Noah Lyles as well.
Right.
Which is one of the reasons why Noah Lyles has never been able to gain on Oblique all in both races that they've fed all season. Their numbers are similar for the last 30. So if Oblique start, and his start has been looking really, really good because I looked at the number of his first 30. His numbers are really, really good. If he gets a start like the one we saw in Lausanne, for example, I think he wins a close race with Kishane. And the only thing, though, and you said it at the start of this, the cloud hanging over both of their heads is handling the circumstances. Oblique has not been able to deliver in 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024.
Right.
4 championships now. Does that weigh on him when they line up in Tokyo? Kishane was a heavy favorite to win last year in Paris. Right. Lost on the line by 0.005 seconds. Do those circumstances weigh on them if they get to a final with a Noah Lyles, who we know has the mentality to beat anybody, because he goes into a final thinking, he doesn't think, can I win this? He thinks, I am going to win this. And that's the difference in mentality.
Right.
So while their speeds are similar, I think it's going to be the headspace that makes a difference in any final that they run into. So if Oblique can overcome what has happened in the last 4 years, there are some signs of it this year. The relay and of course the 100 in London.
In London, yeah.
You know, he got a bly at the national championship where that extended delay helped him, and of course, you know, that win again in the terrible conditions in Lausanne. So if he can find confidence in those performances and because one of the key things I think, you know, is in any sport, you have to have a short memory, especially when it comes to poor performances. If he can shut out all of those things behind him that have happened before and just focus on the moment, live in the moment, I think he's possibly wins it this year. You know, and similar circumstances for Kishane, because one of the things that I think the reason why Kishane struggles this year to close out races in the way in which we expect him to is that 100-meter final in Paris is still weighing on his mind, where he was leading comfortably, felt Fred on his shoulder, tightened up, and then lost on the line. That I think has been. Can we look at him sometimes when he's finishing races? He's looking to his left and looking to his right.
Right.
He's worried about who is coming. Don't think he should be doing that. I think he should just focus on what's in his lane, focus on maintaining the technique and getting to the line first. So there are two big asterisks that hang over the heads of both Jamaicans. If they don't deliver, Lyles is going to win again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I'm afraid I think you're right on that. That's the biggest thing, and you do not want to give that guy an opportunity to steal a race from you. You know,
you give him a win, I'm going to kick it right through. He's that kind of mentality.
Yeah,
a lot of people have an issue with him saying things that they don't think that he should be saying, but this is how he works and gets himself up into the mental space where he says, "Listen, I'm going in. These boys know I beat them before.
Right.
I mean, especially last year when nobody comfortably beat him in the semis, and then he comes through and wins in the final. So he knows he can beat both of them.
Yeah,
but
he just has to be right beside them. You know, he does.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if he's there, I think he gets on you, and if you feel him coming, or you check to your left or right, I think it causes an impact. I know we've said it before. Noah is this generation guy that gets into your head the way Usain would get into athlete's head, you know. And this is just, you don't want to have this happen to you. And I think go ahead. I think if Oblique fails to deliver on this grandest of stage, then I don't know if I can really put him in a prediction for anything after that, because he's been having such a superb season. He has everything that it takes to win. I was saying to myself, he could win the whole damn thing if he really executes the right way. And I hope to see a Jamaica 1-2. It would be brilliant to see that. But don't allow Lyles to catch you.
Mike Holloway said it best. The most dangerous man that final last year in London was Oblique Seville.
Right.
Yeah. You see it every time he runs. Noah's weakness is his first 30.
Yeah.
Kishane's weakness is his last 30. Oblique's weakness is his head, or the perception of his head. So, you know, all three have weaknesses. It's just who can capitalize on each other's weaknesses. Because if Oblique gets away from Noah, he's not going to catch him.
No, he's not coming. He's not getting him today.
He's not coming back. Mm-hmm. So what I think Oblique needs to do is to capitalize on Lyles' weakness and get that start that we've seen from him that's been so consistent this season. Because the only time we didn't see it was at the national championships, and it's because of the cramps that he was having prior to. He didn't push out as hard as he would have wanted to, because he was probably thinking, I need to not be as aggressive because you don't know what's going to happen. But he still closed on Kishane, 975 to 983.
Yeah.
And he got past Akeem Blake late in the race as well. So he's seen himself do things this year that should give him the confidence to know that if I go into Tokyo and I'm healthy and my mind is right, I can win it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, for sure. Let me feature some comments since a bunch of people have been writing on this. Anika says, "Good evening to you." Dynamic says, "And that's my fear. Has Kishane and Oblique mentally broken through? Because if not, Noah will wins again. He's in 9-9 and 9-6, 9.19-6 form, which is dangerous going into Tokyo." Yeah, I think we agree on that. Courtney says Zharnel will be a factor too. He can if he gets a start, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. All in the game sense, maybe not having Big Fred next to him in Tokyo will help. Possibly. I don't know.
Somebody else, but somebody
Yeah.
else might be on his shoulder.
Yeah,
I mean,
it could be. Yeah.
this is the elite. This is the creme de la creme.
Yeah.
So it might not be Fred, but it could be Kenny.
Yeah, it could be Kenny. It could be Letsile. You never know, right?
It could be anybody, but you don't. The thing about it is that he needs to learn how to run under pressure. Because look, if you're up against the best in the world, you're not going to destroy them. You're seeing both.
Right.
So people are going to close on you. They're probably you're going to probably feel them close to you.
Right.
And that is how you respond. You respond by being calm and focusing on your race and not what they're doing, because they're still behind you. And as long as they're still behind you, your job is to ensure that they don't get past you. And by doing that, by doing the right things, focusing on your technique, relaxing while still applying force, you should win. Yeah.
No, for sure. There's a couple on your channel too. I can't call out these names. You got to change this name. But the chemist says more Maurice Green than Bolt, I guess, in response to my comment. Gregory Gordon says Thompson needs blinkers. He keeps looking around.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a couple. Brenton is saying, do you think the 1 hour 37 minutes is too short for recovery time? No, I think a 90 minute is a thing that's been going on for a while. It's something you train for. So I'm not I don't think it's a problem. It's enough, like 20 minutes cool down and lie down for a little bit, and they'll warm up again for another 30, 45 minutes. It's what it is, Yeah.
You hydrate. Well, first of all,
yeah,
you do some what do you call it? You try to get out the lactic in your system.
Right. Yeah.
Possible. Not any deep massages. Just probably a light massage. Just get rid of lactic. I mean, after you cool down, and then you hydrate, and then go right back into warming. It's a quick cycle.
Yeah, it is.
And you do. That's why they do repeats in training.
Yeah.
You do 100 or 150, and then you have maybe a 5-minute break in between there, and do another 150 again, and then they do that for like 6 of them. So your body is accustomed to repeating the performance with short rest. So 1.5 is a long time for sprinters in this circumstance.
Thanks for the super chat, Jared. We'll get to this in a little bit when we talk about 800, but he's asking, do you think Cooper can medal in Tokyo? My short answer to that is I don't have him on the podium. I think it's a wild thing to expect a 16-year-old kid to do that stuff. But when Leighton and I do our breakdown, maybe we may say something. We'll get to it in a second.